Where did that come from tonight, particularly the rushing defense?
They just executed better than we did. They got the blocks that they needed. They got the gaps that they needed. The running backs ran hard, and they kept running hard. So, unfortunately, those type of things happen. Obviously, we pride ourselves in stopping the run game. We knew going into this game, if we didn't stop the run game, it was going to be like a night that we had. So, tough pill to swallow, especially for the defense. The pride and all that. But we just gotta find a way to bounce back, look at the film, because we know the things that hurt us. We're going to start seeing more and more with our future opponents.
When you, as a defender, see the 40 points and the over 500 yards of offense, and then specifically on the ground game, ESPN had the numbers with the number of yards that came before you guys even contacted the runner. I mean, what goes through your mind?
Honestly, you just got to move to the next play. That's just the mentality you got to have when those type of games start happening like that. That's when you really start playing for your teammates. For your last name, and for your team. We did our best not to quit. We gave a lot of credit to our offense for doing their best to keep us in the game, because the defense weren't getting any stops at the beginning. So those guys kept fighting. So we always appreciate that. We got a few stops in the second half, but obviously we fell short. But it's just hard to it's hard to give up 260 rushing yards and win the game. That's probably gonna be impossible to do unless you got turnovers, which we didn't get. And also when you get down 2+ touchdowns, it's hard to always come back. Every game that we lost, that's been the case. We've been down 2+ touchdowns in the games that we were in and won. It was a close game, so we gotta find a way. Great teams and great players weren't built in a day, weren't built in one season. It's gonna take time. We got to build our chemistry. But what I said last week and what I've said in the past, I still believe it. I still believe that we're capable of being a great team. But we got to put the things on tape, and we got to execute every day.
What do you think was the biggest reason for them being able to run as wild as they were able to?
I wish I could tell you, but they got it done at the end of the day, and we didn't. So.
CJ, how disappointing is this coming off the Cincinnati game where it felt like you guys knew you were building something defensively, then step back?
It's more disappointing because the preparation we put in obviously wasn't a physical week because of the short turnaround, but mentally we were prepared. They really didn't do too many new runs that we didn't see on film. So, like I said in the beginning, they just executed better than we did, and they got the blocks to get their runners going, and credit to them for doing that.
It seemed like just about every time Lex dropped back, A, had time, and B, there were guys open. So how do you explain that, and why weren't you guys able to get it fixed as it happened?
Well, that's all credit to the run game. If they run the ball with success, it's going to be hard to defend the pass game, because we're trying to put people in the box to stop the run. We're trying to do different pressure, different coverages to stop the run, and that's going to leave holes in the passing game. So whether it's miscommunication or whatever it was, when you have 260 rushing yards, it's going to be hard to win the game and stop our offense from doing whatever they want to do.
And you guys talk about limiting explosives. Just how alarming was it that they had those 2 long touchdown runs, and how do you explain that?
Oh, we were just as shocked as everybody else that was watching. Like I said, we put in the preparation. We put in a good game plan, for the run game, things like that. We stopped the run, first, second down a few times in the game, but when it mattered most, they got the rushing yards that they needed, and those 2 explosive runs, that'll hurt any team, no matter whether you're up or down. So we just got to do our best to try to eliminate that.
Seems like Marcus might be missing some significant time. How big of a blow would that be to the defense?
It'll definitely be a big blow, mainly because the leadership that he has on the field, the time that he spent, getting ready, getting right every week, and just his preparation week in and week out. So I haven't talked to him yet, so I'm not sure what the injury is, but I hope besides the football fact, I hope he's okay, but that's definitely a tough one.
CJ, you were a player that was able to play out your contract in Baltimore and then get rewarded for your play in free agency. Marcus hit with the franchise tag. This is the franchise tag year, and now he endures an injury like this that Robert had said it's not looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just speak at all to that as a player, as the kind of like the little battle that you guys go to, whether to sign a franchise tag?
Yeah.
Financial aspect?
I mean, that's just a tough part of this business. You know, going into my 5th year with Baltimore, you know, they picked up my 5th-year option. You know, I hurt my knee the second game. Luckily, it was just a bone bruise, but I mean, that was something that that sometimes I still deal with now. So when I had that injury in the back of my head, I was like, damn, you know, this is my 5th-year option, and I just went down with a knee injury. So I mean, I'm sure you got a lot of emotions going on right now, and I'm sure, you know, football is definitely not what he's thinking about. So, you know, obviously I want him to have a speedy recovery. And, you know, just like I said, man, it's tough with these type of decisions are being made, you know, when players just want to be on the field with their brother and give their all and go down with with an injury like he had. So you just, at the end of the day, you know, you just gotta, as a player, you know, you have to support your brother, because whether he's done for the season, whether he, you know, moves on, 20 years from now, you know, he's still gonna be my brother and my teammate. So no, that's what's most important.
What are your thoughts on how Josh Johnson was able to step in tonight?
It was well, you know, think about Mike White, what he did last week, you know, with the injury, and now Johnson came in and, you know, he didn't miss a beat. You know, he showed his resilience. He took what the defense gave him. He did his best to, you know, try to fight back and, you know, bring back the deficit that we created. So respect for him. After the game or in the locker room, you know, he came up to all of us and said, appreciate you. And we definitely said the same thing back, especially the whole offense, you know, just the way they worked and just kept working. And like I said, when you have those type of games, you just have to put your head down and just start playing football. You know, it's all about pride at that point. So I'm just proud that we didn't really like show any weakness in that in the game, as far as just having the score being what it was. You know, and the offense and special team was run down the field, hitting, battling, and at a certain point the defense did get some stops. So I mean, who knows? We get that touchdown, might get an onside kick. You know, NFL games always have something crazy at the end. But after this weekend, when we come back, you know, we just really gotta focus on our job and what we need to do, because we got the Bills coming in, and even though this was a tough loss, that's still a division game, and we still have a chance to win our division if we keep playing and, you know, doing things right. So we just have to you know, swallow this tough pill and, you know, get ready for next week.
Is that it?
You see-
All right, thank you.
Thanks, CJ.